The iconic Hollywood Bowl, jewel in the crown of the city, commemorating 100 years this summer. Can you believe it? And there's more to celebrate than just great live music. Let me tell you, Amy Paffrath is here to tell us what's good, as she is every Tuesday. Good morning, girl.
Good morning, Giselle. Yes, women built the Hollywood Bowl back in the 1920s, but it wasn't until the mid-90s that cameras were installed so you could see what was happening on stage, even from way up in the back rows. That work controlling those screens was largely dominated by men. Now there's a woman calling the shots, and here's how she realized her Hollywood dream.
Enjoying the iconic Hollywood Bowl all to herself was never part of music and theater lover Holly Pearson's dreams, but enjoying shows here is now part of her reality.
I don't have to go anywhere, and the music comes to me. I feel like spoiled in that sense, that I get to sit in the same chair 10 minutes from my house, and one day it's Boys to Men, the next day it's the Paris Opera Ballet, and the next day it's Tchaikovsky.
The barely 30-year-old has already marched her way to the top, recently landing a dream job here at the Bowl as camera director. Later, she gets to decide what images appear on these giant screens. But when she first arrived in LA a decade ago, the young film student had no idea what she wanted to do. So she learned everything from script supervising to graphics, and eventually stumbled into her destiny.
As soon as I worked my first live music show, it was like, okay, well, now I want to work with this person. I want to try this. I want to do then the dreams all started getting planted from there.
She says once she got in the room, she was determined to stay there.
There's tons and tons of ways to get yourself in that room. And then from there, it's just a hop, skip, and a chair jump over.
Holly is thriving in a job that not too long ago she didn't even know existed. Thanks to social media, she saw a female director doing the job she now shares with her large TikTok following. Now she's hoping to show more young women what is possible for them and to prepare them for the possibility of being the only woman in the room, something she's learned to navigate with posture.
I've straight up been in a meeting before. I felt like I wasn't being heard, and just straight up man spreaded. And I felt the room shift in a tiny way in terms of feeling like I'm in the space more.
Tonight, popcorn in hand, she's owning her space, setting the cameras as Jose takes the stage, making sure the audience from the front row to the way back has as much fun as she's having.
You're all kind of living in the same moment together, and that's the beautiful part of it that I think I'll just never get over.
And to all the women who will follow in her toe-tapping footsteps, the booth may be small, but there's plenty of space.
Sometimes it doesn't look like it, but I promise, there's room for you and we want you. Please, please come into the room, sit at the table with me.
Ready for and start your move.
Sometimes a true Hollywood story is better than your wildest dreams.
Oh, so much fun. The Hollywood Bowl has lots more shows this season, so plenty of opportunities left to see Holly's camera direction up close and enjoy a night of live music at truly one of Los Angeles' best music venues. Check out HollywoodBowl.com to learn more and see the full schedule.
How can we follow all of her behind the scenes? It's so magnificent.
Truly, she's really tapped into a unique niche. You can follow her on social at Halls in Hollywood. She shows you all of the shows she's directed, and she also takes popular media like the SpongeBob movie and shows how that would be directed if it were called live. It's truly a delight and really a look into a side of Hollywood we don't often get to see.
Amy, Kelvin's never been to the Hollywood
Wait,
Bowl.
wow, I thought that was a secret between you and I.
City. You got to go with your kiddies.
Amy, I don't like the judgment. I don't like the judgment on your face, Amy.
You're missing out, Kelvin, so go make that a priority.
I do every year, but there's every time there's an event or two that we're going to that, I keep having kids, first of all. That's
okay.
one thing. And then it just doesn't work out scheduling. 2023, I vow in front of all of Los Angeles, Amy, I'll be there.
Under the stars, that glorious amphitheater. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Amy. Always something good with you, girl.
I can't wait for that for you, Kelvin.
I'm excited. And then we're going to have you come back on and tell us, we'll both talk about what's good.